Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am here to talk about Viviane Araujo versus Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas is 10-3. She's 29 years old, and she's taking on Viviane Araujo, who is 11-4 and 36 years old. Which, take it from me, who is 37 now, it's over. It's over. No, I'm kidding. It's not over for her. She is not me. She seems to be actually entering her prime. She just went 5 rounds with Alexa Grasso, and I couldn't do 25 minutes of anything, aside from maybe take a shit. But Viviane Araujo is probably in her prime. She definitely lost that Alexa Grasso fight, but she hung in there, and the fight was pretty close the whole way, despite Grasso winning a lopsided decision, on paper. And she's also been beaten, only been beaten by really good fighters. Sarah Frota outside the UFC, earlier on. And then inside the UFC, Grasso and Caitlin Chukagian and Jessica Ai. They're the ones that edged her out by decision. She looked like she was fading in both those fights, in my opinion. I didn't like the way she looked in round 3 in either one of them. But still, she went 5 rounds in a losing effort to Alexa Grasso, and she's also looked like the fresher fighter in the majority of her victories. She's looked really good in victory against Roxanne Modafferi, who's fucking awesome. Talito Bernardo, that's the one legit knockout she's got. And Andrea Lee, her recent win there over Andrea Lee was awesome. That was shaky in the beginning, but then she took over and looked really good. And I think Viviane Araujo is, again, entering her prime at 36 years old. I don't know how long it's going to last, but, her skills are all coming together. And this is a fight with some maybe title implications here. Not immediate, but who knows? I think the loser of this is no longer in the realm of a title shot for the rest of her career. But the winner is. The winner moves on. These girls are both good. Again, they only lost to good fighters. Amanda Ribas, she's 10-3. Her 3 losses come 2 via TKO, which I don't love, or KO really, to Poliana Viana, who knocked her out, and Marina Rodriguez, who beat her inside the UFC. Of course, those are 2 of the better strikers, and Poliana hits harder than anybody. But her other loss comes to Caitlin Chukagian in her fight in which she moved up to flyweight, and Caitlin Chukagian welcomed her. It was a close fight, just like the Viviane Araujo fight. It was pretty close, but Caitlin Chukagian did outpoint Ribas down the stretch, as my cat Stevie comes to say hello. Amanda Ribas has beaten some, she's beaten some fighters that aren't considered so great, like Paige Van Zandt, maybe Emily Whitmire. But she also beat Mackenzie Dern, looked really good in that fight, taking out Mackenzie Dern, throwing her around. And the Verna Jandrodova fight, my cat Stevie fucking comes to give me a kiss. Look, this fight, I think it's going to be a fight in which both these girls cancel out their physicality. Both these girls are used to being the girl that dominates with physicality. And I'll be honest, I think Viviane Araujo is going to cancel out Amanda Ribas' physicality. I don't know if that head and arm throw is going to be there for her. I think Amanda Ribas might be forced to fight on the outside, looking to win with some volume. But Viviane Araujo, she can throw down. She visibly hits harder, I believe. And she's going to be very much in the stand-up fight, if that's where it goes. If either one of them takes the other one to the ground, I think they'll find success. Both these girls are tanks, female tanks. But any tank doesn't want to be on its back. So they could run into trouble there. And I do think Amanda Ribas is definitely the slicker grappler overall. She's probably more comfortable on her back, certainly. But whoever wins the battle of the tanks wins this fight. I think it's going to be Viviane Araujo. I do think in her back pocket she's got the chance of a knockout too. She's only got 1 legit knockout over Talito Bernardo in round 3. In her UFC debut, actually. But the other 2 TKOs on her record are doctor stoppage and a cut or some horse shit, which I know a cut is a doctor stoppage. But anyway, I think Viviane Araujo, even if it goes to a decision, I'd slightly favor her. So I like her money line, definitely. I sprinkled something on her by decision once the decision line went to plus 200. They were 160 and 200, and then they flipped. So I bet on Viviane Araujo today. But I liked Viviane Araujo's money line, too, minus 110. That's primarily what I bet on. I think, again, physicality wins the day. We'll see what happens. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.